Pete Seeger was being played in the household as well, and that's kind of interesting, what's going on there. And a folk singer by the name of Tom Glazer came by. He gave a performance, and he was a friend of my parents, and he stayed at our house when after he was done with the show for the night. And he said, look, and he showed me his guitar, and he said, okay, look, you put this finger right there, and that finger right there, wait a minute, and that finger right there. Okay, so now hold that grip and move the whole thing over one string. He said those are all the chords you need to play Joshua Fit the Battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle around Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle around Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down. Joshua fit the battle tumbling down. Then the lamb, ram, sheep horns begin to blow, the trumpets begin to sound. Oh, Joshua commanded the children to shout, and the walls come tumbling down. That morning Joshua fit the battle around Jericho, 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 my Lord. Joshua fit the battle around Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down. Joshua fit the battle around Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle around Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down. The grey goose by the neck, throw the duck up across his back. He didn't mind the quack, 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 and the legs all bang down, oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind the quack, 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 and the legs all bang down, oh. Well, old Mother Flipper Papa jumped out of bed. Out of the window she cocked her head. She cried, John, John, the grey goose is gone, and the fox is on the town. Town, oh, town, oh. She cried, John, John, the grey goose is gone, and the fox is on the town, oh. He ran till he came to his cozy den. There were the little ones, 8, 9, 10, said, Daddy, Daddy, better go back again, 'cause it must be a mighty fine town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. Said, Daddy, Daddy, better go back again, 'cause it must be a mighty fine town, no. Then the fox and his wife, without any strife, they cut up the goose with a carving knife. They never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed in the bones, oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones with a basket on her head. And if she loved others, she did not say, but I knew she'd do to pass away the time in Venezuela, to pass away the time in Venezuela. When the wind was out to sea, the wind was out to sea, and she was taking leave of me. I said, cheer up, there will always be sailors ashore on leave in Venezuela. Sailors ashore on leave in Venezuela. Her lingo was strange. He said when he was alone, he wanted to hear lower notes on his. When he was playing in groups, he capoed it up and played all high because he really liked it high. But I did mention Pete Seeger was a hero of mine, right? Because he was really straddled the line. He grew up in a pretty hip household and went to Harvard and dropped out, I think, to go scout. Now, couldn't cut girls, it's about half gone. They jump on the man, down the road. Roll my britches up to my knees, gotta cross them. Cripple creek, when I'm pleased, I'm going down the creek and going on the run. Going down the cripple creek, have a little fun. Going down the cripple creek, going in a whirl. I'm going down the cripple creek to see my girl. classical references they have. I was, at night, it was Beethoven and Ravel, Prokofiev, nice relatively modern composers as well, on top of Beethoven and Bach and all the rest of it. And when this rock is still upstairs. So I, you know, okay, rock and roll, you know, it's much later I got to checking out what happens when Little Richard goes a wop bop a loo bop. Steve Allen had a lot more contempt for rock and roll than I did, and he used to make fun of it by reciting the lyrics as though they were poetry. Tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Tutti frutti, oh Rudy. A wop, bop, a loo, bop, a lop, bam, boom. You know, so put it that way, it doesn't really sort of, you know, doesn't like, why, who cares, yeah. But when it's like Little Rich, I'm not going to even try. But this one song suddenly crashed through all the barriers for me. The walls of Jericho did not fall as fast as my resistance fell when I heard this song. When I heard this song, man, I was like, you know, listening to the radio on the WMGM Peter Tripp, the curly-headed kid in the third row, with music and song to kind of help cheer your day along. Music off the record and strictly on your hits of the day. I was there, glued to it. Hold me close, hold me tight, let me thrill with the eye. Let me know where I stand from the start. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart. Every time that you're near, all my cares disappear. Darling, you're all that I'm living for. I want you, I need you, I love you more and more. Well, I thought I would live without romance until you came to me. But now I know that I will go on loving you eternally. Won't you please be my home, never leave me alone, 'cause I die every time we're apart. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart. Well, I thought I could live without romance until you came to me. But now I know that I will go on loving you eternally. Won't you please be my home, never leave me alone, 'cause I die every time we're apart. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart.
Did you want to?
Cool. That nasty guy. And into this office walked this great big folk singer, a fellow named Casey Anderson, who, there he is, Casey. Yo, Case! He said, well, we have this, yeah, you can barely see it up there. Can we knock these lights? No, they're all ganged together and there's nothing you can do about that. Well, I think I'm not going to put myself in the darkness over here, just so you guys can watch the damn screen. But you can, there's one over there. There's another one someplace around here too, right? Back there, way I can't see it, so the hell with it. And he said, come on down to the village. We sing at this place called Abdo's Cube on Sullivan Street, I think it was, maybe Thompson. And so every night I trotted down and one point and hung out for a while, and my friend said, go get your band. And we got the coffee shops. There were like 97 coffee shops within a 30-yard stretch. Okay, I exaggerate. But there were an awful lot, and you could walk from shop to shop and just, you know, and you didn't get paid, but you could pass the basket. I took to passing the banjo because it had a long arm. I could reach the guys in the back. Put some money in the banjo. And I used to say things like, well, look, I know, see, one of the other advantages of passing the banjo, I used to say, I'm not going to do it to you. You young ones don't know about that. And you know, I was knocking around the village, and one day some bunch of people came up to me and said, there's this new kid on the street. He looks just like you. And I went, oh, okay. And about 2 days later, this kid comes down the street to me, and I look at him and say, you're the kid who's supposed to look like me. He said, you're the kid I'm supposed to look like, right? And it was Steve Stills, and we laughed and shook hands. We've been buds ever since. And he and I even were in a group together. I'm sorry I don't have the picture. There's a photo of him and me and a guy named John Hopkins in a trio. Maybe I shouldn't show you. I look about 8 in the picture. Goofy with my hair, kind of. In fact, it wasn't much different from that film you saw at the beginning. Remember my hair then? Remember how? And if I could shimmy like Sister Kate, you know she shakes it just like jelly on a red hot plate. My mama wanted to know last night. She said, I wonder why the boys is treating Katie so nice. I told her, Mama, well, you know it's understood. Kate's the best shaker in the whole damn neighborhood. Well, I might be late, but I'm gonna get straight when I can shimmy like my sister Kate. Fingers never leave my hand. If I could make and break and shape that thing like it, you know I would not come home until way too late. I'd go out and get hired than a